hope that maybe I'll find something of importance in there.
But sometimes that's your only option, and you kind of have to do it. So.
Indeed. And here we go. As the runners get started, what will we find? 300 rupees in Link's house.
And a heart container in the sanctuary.
Wonder if it was the vanilla sanctuary heart.
Well, it's hard to tell. Unless we find it somewhere else, we won't know for sure.
Indeed. I think Ozipone's heading over, indeed, to do the Houlihan room. Not a bad idea. Get some extra rupees early on. Could be needed. He is the one that doesn't know there's 300 in Link's house.
In normal randomizer, you will find a lot more money in the overworld, but now in Keysanity, they have been replaced by keys, many of them. So it's a lot harder getting money. So the Hooligan strat is it's not a bad strat in Keysanity.
So, heart container and 3 bombs at the start over in the Uncle area. So, let's talk a bit about Keysanity. If you're new to it, you've never actually seen it. What this is, in addition to all the items being randomized as they were previously, all of the small keys, all the big keys, all the dungeon maps and compasses are also randomized. Now, when you pick up a key, it will tell you what dungeon it goes to. It is still locked to its normal dungeon. So, like, you'll pick up an Eastern Palace small key. It'll say, hey, it's a small key to Eastern Palace. Also, if you look at your map right now, you will not know which dungeons are pendants or crystals. If you walk into it and hear the music, you will not know if that dungeon is a pendant or a crystal. You will not know until either you get the pendant or the crystal, or you get the map for that dungeon. So maps actually have a use in Keysanity.
And Tree Crab actually has 20 rupees this time, which is a very nice way to farm some money.
Indeed, not bad at all. Looks like just a piece of heart and the lumberjack. So we might not be seeing a complete agate tower. Very front-loaded rupee seed after just talking about how they're a little harder to get. That immediately makes me think of Zora, although rupees are never accounted for in the logic, and the Power Glove to start things off.
Having the Power Glove gives them access to Zora, so...
Funny enough, good timing on that. What do we have in the hideout? Lovely Fisher-Price shield. Our runner's electing to grab it. Technically, all 3 shields could be required by the logic, but a lot of times, if you see a shield that's out of the way and a runner knows about it, they'll elect to skip it. Oh, nice tree pull for 8 bomb.
That's very nice. Going into Kakariko Village, they will need at least 3 of them to check out all the houses. And maybe a 4th one for the race game.
And because we don't have a weapon yet, we could need even more of those bombs later on as our first weapon for something like Mini Molderum Cave. Heading in the blinds hut, let's see what we find. Map of Ice Palace. Small key to Thieves Town that opens up a single item. Heart container and a piece of heart.
And just big 20 in the back room of the tavern.
As well as in the back of Blind's hut. Alright, Ozipone deciding to check the chicken shack. Others are heading to the well. A compass to Tower of Hera. Compasses are still pretty useless, unfortunately.
They will tell you how many of the items in a dungeon you have collected, and these runners will keep track of them themselves.
Well, we've got the Moon Pearl and our first sword in the well, and the cane.
Oh, wow.
That's a good start. The cane itself isn't the best item to have early, but it is technically your first weapon. Actually, I take it back because I got the sword as well.
Yeah, and they also have bombs, but... When they are heading to Mini Moldom Cave later, I would rather have the cane than bombs, for sure. Bombs can be a little tricky to hit the Moldoms with. They move very erratically.
Indeed, I personally like having the hook shot for that cave just so you can kill them at range. Plus, it also helps with getting stun drops off enemies.
Yeah, the hookshot also makes you move a little quicker if you don't have the boots yet.
Also, apparently there was a fire shield somewhere in Kakariko that I missed. Library just holding 20 rupees. Makinx, I don't think he checked who was at the race game. He's just going for it. Battle vendor had the shield upgrade. Thank you. What is Makinx going to be blindly getting? A small key! So good call.
Yeah.
Will it be for one of the 6 small keys to pod?
You don't have to have all the keys to complete the dungeon if you know how to do the bomb jump, and also you can skip 1 key if you have the bow and the hammer.
Indeed.
So technically, only 4 keys are required.
So Makinx choosing to go to the back of escape first. We'll see where our other runners decide to head. 10 arrows, 20 rupees, and the Titan's Mitt. We have Dark World access. Not a bad start for 7 minutes in.
Oh, they have access to a lot of places now with the mitts as well.
We got phasebro heading down the South Shore area. We'll check what's in the dam first. Okay, we'll check what's in the water outside the dam first, and then what's in the dam.
Makinx is doing a different setup for the Huland room, bombing himself into the tomb. He might be heading to Sora soon.
That's what I'm thinking. We could see a fake flipper. I wouldn't blame him. Ooh, a big key for Skull Woods inside the dam. And Ice Rod was outside in the water. That is an item that can be very trolly, and he'll be happy to have that if Turtle Rock ends up being a crystal.
Yes, because that's only required to beat Trinex, so it can be almost anywhere, except on Trinex.
And heading over to the Mini Moldorm Cave, 5 items available. I always think there's at least 1 good item here, although we have gotten so much early on, who knows. phasebro choosing to use the bomb strats. Nicely done. What do we find? Small key to swamp. That's a good find.
Yeah, very important key.
And the map of Hyrule Castle, arguably one of the most useless items in the game.
It will tell you if Hyrule Castle is a crystal or not.
I'm guessing it's not.
No, it never is.
But that Swamp House small key, that is huge. That is required to access pretty much every item in Swamp with the exception of the first chest. And we do have some route divergence here. Bakarbollar choosing to go over to Agonist Cave while phasebro is heading over to the Ice Rod Cave.
That's 2 of the places that are a little out of the way, so it's nice to do them before you forget about them.
Fairy in a bottle for Baker. That opens up Sick Kid. That is our first bottle. And just 20 rupees in the Ice Rod Cave. So Shah, at this point, where, if you were playing the seed, where would you go first? With Dark World access, with the Eastern Palace area still open, what would you do?
I think I would go to Village of Outcasts. There are a lot of places you can check there. You could check the 4 chests inside Thieves Town. And maybe, yeah, you could head to South Dark World after that.
Not at all a bad idea. Looks like ozipone is doing a different idea, and I think he's going to be fake flippering. He's got the rupees for Zora, and Zora is in logic.
He can also check the Fairy Cave, since he has the Moon Pearl.
Yes. phasebro looks like he's heading to Escape. That's a place that's easy to forget when you're not playing Standard Mode. Case in point, I didn't even realize that was an option right now. But it is. Bakarbollar also doing the same thing. Makinx doing the same thing. So ozipone is the one that's going, nah, y'all can do that. I got a better idea. What was on Race Game? It was a small key to pod, if I remember right.
Yes.
5 rupees.
5 rupees.
Oboe. He hasn't had much luck in saving money lately. Small key to Castle Tower and Escape. Now, that's a great time to find it. Unfortunately, that key is useless without a lamp.
Unless you can navigate dark rooms.
True. 50 rupees on Lake Hylia Island. It is important to remember in Keysanity, those 2 chests in Aga Tower that normally contain the Castle Tower small keys do have a chance at containing items. One of them will be available once our runners find either the Master Sword or the Cape. Unfortunately, right now, they still can't access them. Now we've got 50 more rupees in Escape. What do we find at the Waterfall Ferry? 5-hour upgrade and 3 bombs. Not worth it, but there's still Zora.
And since the game believes that ozipone is in Dark World now, I think he can actually walk on the water.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how that works. I actually missed what was on the ledge.
I think it was a heart piece? I'm not
Small-
100% sure.
Yeah, small key to pod in the Escape. And Zora has a small key to Ice Palace. Having a key for Ice can be useful. Overall, it's not one of those keys that you're actively seeking out. Alright, Makinx looks like he's going over to Saha Hut and might continue that path over to Eastern. What is Bakarbollar doing? I believe he's doing the same thing. phasebro checking what's on the Lake Hylia Island, realizing, and he is also going to head over to Eastern Palace.
And
So-
Thieves Town is the green pendant, the seed.
Ooh, and a small key to Ganon's Tower. Compass a pod and 50 rupees. Thieves Town, that's one of those where I don't know if you like seeing that as a pendant or not. Because it's typically so easy to clear. It would be an easy crystal if it was that.
Yeah.
But now, when it's a pendant, you go, do you really want to go into the back half and clear anything extra? Or will it be a complete waste of time? Although when it's a green pendant, at least you always have the extra item by turning it into Saha.
I'm gonna guess that we will see them clear the first 4 chests because those are so quick, and then hold on and wait.
I fully agree with that idea. So, Makinx and I believe phasebro are going to be heading to the Dark World, or Bakarbollar is heading to Eastern Palace. Not a bad idea, even though you don't have the big key and you don't have the bow or the lamp, there's still a lot of chests available early that is in the area that we call Sphere 0. which means it's available from the very start.
And it has some of the easier dark rooms to navigate, so you can get one extra chest without the lamp.
I believe was that a crystal for Ice Palace? It was blue. It was either a crystal or a blue pendant. We've got a small key in Skull Woods to Misery Mire. And chat is saying Ice Palace was number 6 crystal. Gosh, everyone's everywhere. We've got 100 rupees and a piece of heart over in the chess game.
There's a big 20 in the other chest, in the second chest in Skull Woods.
These runners went from all following each other to going everywhere and anywhere. And over in Eastern, success in finding a Master Sword.
Yeah, that opens Agadim's Tower.
It does, that first chest. And if you're confident with your dark rooms, you can do the second chest. We've got a vanilla small key in Skull Woods.
If you don't see a text telling you where the key is, what the key is for, it's for the dungeon you're currently in.
We do have the big key, so we can check the big chest. For the Quake Medallion.
It might be useful. We'll
My
see.
gut feeling says that is going to be useful. phasebro picked up a small key to Turtle Rock. Bakarbollar got a small key to Hyrule Castle, arguably the most useless small key in the game. So Bakar is continuing to go through Eastern Palace, going through the Dark Room. phasebro finding the map to Thieves Town while in Thieves Town. That is pretty useless. We already know it's a green pendant.
Well, he's not going to be completing the dungeon yet, since he doesn't have the fire rod. So this will let him know if he should come back later to finish it.
Makinx finding a small key for Pod. I believe that's our second key.
Some arrows for phasebro. And a heart container.
One last chest in Eastern Palace, a sequence broken heart container. Once again, everybody is in a different area. Makinx looking to head to Village of Outcasts. Bakarbollar, I assume, will be following suit. Oh, no. Makinx is heading over, checking the Bumper Cave.
Doesn't have the cape yet, but...
a big key! That is useful knowledge.
Yeah, he definitely wants to come back there.
Could that be the Ganon's Tower big key? And apparently phasebro found the mirror, as Chad is pointing out. Where was that?
He was done with... Thieves Town? No, he just went back to Dark World, so... Where could he have found that?
In Thieves Town.
Okay.
We are good commentators, yeah.
Well, we're watching for runners. It's easy to miss something.
We really do appreciate when chat points things out like that. It is easy for us to overlook when trying to follow all 4 of these. And once again, shoutouts to our 2 amazing trackers. They had it on the tracker before we even noticed.
Yeah. Without them, this would be almost impossible to commentate.
Can't even imagine. We haven't seen Graveyard Ledge yet. phasebro putting that mirror to use.
Let's see what he finds. Often one item will bring you to next. Oh, and that's...
The Ganon's Tower big key!
Oh, that's a very...
That is good. And that is a location that is a bit out of the way. I can see people avoiding that. If you guessed location number 45, congratulations, you may be right. You may also be wrong. I didn't count. I'm assuming phasebro, he's either heading up to buy a potion, which is more unlikely, or heading up to Zora the legit way. Probably what he's doing. I also imagine pretty shortly we'll see some Southern Dark World action.
Yeah, ozipone is probably gonna do the digging game and then head south.
Yeah, he might pick up the frog and start that as well, because he does have Titan's and Mirror.
Yes, he does. And probably gonna bring the chest with him.
Makinx looking like he has the same idea. The flute!
Oh, the flute. That's a big one.
That's a decent area to find it in as well, because he's gotta go pick up the frog, and you're gonna be in the area to activate it.
And that opens up Death Mountain.
Death Mountain, it opens up Mire area. You might be putting that Quake medallion to use very early.
Yeah. They don't have the hammer or hookshot yet, so they're limited on what parts of Death Mountain they can access, but they can go into Hera.
Indeed. Also important to note, I bring up the whole Quake as a Mire medallion. We can get in the Mire, we can't actually access it till we find the hookshot or the boots, so I'm starting to think we're gonna find a hookshot pretty soon. That would open up both Mire and more Death Mountain access. Just a heart container at the Smiths.
Heart containers are always nice as long as you have green mail.
Oh yeah.
As safety.
And ozipone is going to, as expected, head up, activate his flute. Makinx doing the exact same thing at the exact same time. I like how the Smith is still just standing there walking in blood. I have never noticed that.
I think he's dancing to the music.
He must be. Get those swag ducks in chat, y'all. Alright, so we'll be seeing some new stuff here shortly. Bakarbollar taking a death. I believe that was intentional in Thieves Town. And leaving phasebro, getting a little bit more... taking a death in Skull Woods. I don't know if that was intentional. Maybe it was. What have we got here in South of Grove? 50 rupees, no thanks.
You'll be checking out the Tree Kid next.
I assume he'll do that. He'll head on over to Hype Cave and then turn in the purple chest. No flippers, so can't do Swamp. No books, so can't do the Bombos tablet. Don't know where he'll go next.
He also doesn't have the Master Sword yet. That was in Eastern.
Ah, yes, that's correct. Only one runner has actually been over there yet. And I can see people avoiding that until they find either the big key... I'd say at very least the big key. But also the bow.
Yeah.
And as I say that, phasebro's heading over there.
The big key will give you one more item, and then the bow will give you yet another one.
And purple chest only held a bomb capacity upgrade. Baker getting his flute, phasebro heading in the eastern. ozipone heading over to the Hype Cave, Makinx turning in purple chest, and then Hype Cave, or vice versa. Will this be a Hype Cave? Every time I say Hype Cave is going to have nothing in it, it always does.
There's 5 items. One of them.
The hook shot!
Whoa, hook shot! That's a very good start.
I told you it was coming soon.
Big key.
And the big key to Hera! And Ether! And the map of Skull Woods. Alright, that's a Hype Cave.
Yeah, I'm thinking going up to Death Mountain now. You can, you have the big key for Hera, and you got the hook shots.
I agree. Death Mountain and then Mire. Because again, now you have access in the Mire, assuming that you have the medallion for it.
Oh, yeah.
Although ozipone does not have Quake, and that could be required.
He also doesn't have the lamp, and navigating the dark rooms in the Mire is quite difficult.
Very true. But Lamp could be in Mire. Never know. phasebro getting his Master Sword, ozipone deciding to go through the dark room to find the old man. One of the easier dark rooms. What will the old man have for us? Are we robbing his bank account? The boots!
Oh. That's very nice.
Well then. I think ozipone is happy. He's putting that to use right away. Makinx heading over to the Mire area. What medallion will it take? It takes Bombos!
No, the only one they don't have
Wow.
yet.
Of course. Just Heart Container and Spectacle Rock. Runners will be avoiding that. What do we have here in the Mire Shed?
Big 20, and a compass for Skullwoods.
Right. Heart piece on Spectacle Rock itself, and ozipone is heading into Hera. He has the big key, so he can get everything except the basement. Which we don't even have a fire source for the basement yet, even if we had the small key.
Yeah, the basement is a slow item to get anyway.
It is slow. It's one of those items where it feels like if you skip it, it always has something. We're getting our third small key to pod. So Makinx realizing there was nothing here in the Mire area. But he is going to enter Desert. There's a couple of locations available, although he doesn't have boots, so if there's something that's on that torch, he won't be able to get it.
300 rupees. He should be good for money for the rest of the game.
Indeed. We've got green goo, some Mountain Dew here in Hera. I gotta say, I'm not much of a fan of Mountain Dew. And a big key is on the torch!
No.
Boots probably required for that. I mean, it could be a big key that's useless, but I would assume it's useful. And another small key to pod. That's the 4th one we have seen.
Actually, that's the 5th one.
Is it the 5th?
Yeah, because ozipone got one that Makinx didn't get.
I think I missed one on Makinx's screen then. Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember where he got one that ozipone didn't get, but yeah, I think we have seen 5 different Palace of Darkness keys.
ozipone is going to take on Bakarbollar. We haven't actually seen a boss of any dungeon yet. This will be our first.
Only fighter sword.
Never a fun battle. Honestly, Trolldorm's never a fun battle with anything.
I like it when you can kill him without him going into his fast phase.
Yes, and there's a way of doing that. As you can see, ozipone, he swung his sword for the first hit, and now he's doing spin slashes for the rest. I know that works on some of the swords. I don't know if that works for fighter, actually. No, it doesn't work for fighter, but it will work, I know, with a Master Sword, and I believe Tempered.
Yeah.
Picking up a small key to Skull Woods. We didn't want that.
No, that's quite useless.
But he does pick up our first crystal. Hera confirmed required.
He does not have the hammer yet. I don't know if he realizes. There he realizes.
He realized that one.
Have to go the other way around.
Bonk. Bonk. It's for that reason I personally don't like when I get the boots. I always bonk like crazy. Hey, Makinx, you got your boots. You gotta go back to the desert. He's doing the combo Dark Death Mountain in with this as well. Good call.
Bakar is about to find out that he needs to come back once he finds the boost as well.
We have the big key of Misery Mire. And 3 bombs. Alright, 5 more chests available. The map to Ganon's Tower, also useless. The map of Eastern Palace, a little more useful. The all-important swag mat.
Oh, and silvers.
That is probably the most useful item in there.
Yeah.
No bow to use it yet with, unfortunately. Did Bakarbollar do escape yet?
It doesn't look like it, unless he forgot. Or maybe he did.
I'm not sure. I thought he might have been going to Aga Tower to check that first chest, because he can do that. Ooh, the flippers in Super Bunny Cave. And a small key to Mire. This siege just handing out items left and right.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty fast seed.
Is there anything on the island? Well, there's something, I just can't see what.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
Ozipone can't go that way. What will Turtle Rock be? Quake. Ozipone does not have Quake yet.
Checking out Hookshot Cave. Mail
Blue
upgrade.
mail.
Compass for Swamp. Bomb upgrades. And big 20. Well, the blue mail is nice, at least.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. And we have a blue pendant Skullwoods. So that's 2 of our 3 pendants found. And a crystal over at Eastern Palace.
Ozipone is doing the Spiral Cave. I believe it's the last item he can get on Death Mountain for now.
I believe you are correct. The hammer!
And it's the hammer! Oh, that's a good one. Now he can also check... no, he cannot check Spy Cave yet. He doesn't have an invincibility item.
Yes, you are correct. And he could sequence break for it with the bottle.
Yes, that's true. But he only have a green goo. And that's so he would have to go buy some potions.
So what are we missing? We're missing the bow. We're missing the fire rod. We're missing lamp and bombo.
And maybe cape for the big key.
Yes. We've gotten a lot of items early.
Yeah.
That ozipone cannot access Mire, but can check what that big key on the desert torch is, as every other runner that has entered desert has not had the boot. Sick Kid only having 3 bombs. We saw that earlier from somebody. And ozipone is going to make that desert play. My question is, where to next?
They have.
You know, we could access a chest in Turtle Rock at the very least. Actually, a couple chests in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, a few chests in there. They can also go to pods, but I always I would have wanted to wait for the bow.
Big key to Turtle Rock is what was on the desert torch. Yeah, there's a lot of good options. Swamp is actually open to us for completion. It has a lot of chests.
Yeah. Only thing they can't get is the big chest.
Yeah, it's not likely to have anything, right?
Right. Whenever you say that, that's when it has Ganon's Tower Big Key or something, but we already have that. Maybe the bow is in there this time.
Fun fact, phasebro is still the only person to make his way over to Graveyard Ledge to get that GT Big Key. Nice. Where is everybody going to go? I think phasebro is going to head over to Zora.
Yeah.
Yep. Those portals can be so trolly, and oh no, he took a death.
Oh yeah, he was.
He doesn't. Yes, he doesn't have the flippers. That is unfortunate.
You will die instantly if you take damage while doing the fake flippers.
It's better than what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, it will soft lock the game in the original game. So the programmers of Randomizer, they reprogrammed it so it will just kill you instead.
They took some pity on us, believe it or not. ozipone, I think he's making the swamp play.
Yeah. He doesn't care about the big chests.
I don't blame him. You have everything else available, and what are the odds? They're pretty low. Now, later on, when you get the Swamp Palace Big Key, then you might be a little worried. He also has not been to Eastern yet to get his Master Sword. Ooh, Ganon's Tower Small Key. That will be useless.
Doing Argus with Fighter Sword is not fun. He does have the hammer.
No, it's not.
But you have to menu a lot.
So Makinx checking King's Tomb, finding a piece of heart. I don't know if we've seen Makinx yet.
I cannot remember seeing it, at least.
I think he's heading there right now.
Oh, and it was 20 rupees on Sora's ledge.
Okay. And the red boomerang. It has its uses. I'm personally not a fan of either of them.
No, if you get it really early before you have a sword, it's nice to be able to stun enemies. But
indeed,
late
it's kind of
game,
like I mentioned earlier. It's kind of like why I like the hook shot so early because of that stun.
Yeah. But the hookshot have even more uses, so that's a real quality item.
Bakarbollar is heading to Turtle Rock. Is he going in there to check a chest? Actually, I believe he has access to 2 of them. And another Pizza Heart in Swamp is the second one I have seen. So far, Swamp not paying up. And he is not going into Turtle Rock as of yet. Still has to do the hookshot cave. That is interesting. phasebro does not have the flute yet. Has he not done Southern Dark World?
It's been too much to follow, so I'm not sure actually. He might have skipped it.
Yeah, because he's going in from the front entrance of Death Mountain instead of fluting and going in reverse.
It's not very much slower, but everything else is slower without the flute when you're going other places.
Yeah, so it saves a lot of time on your movement. That along with boots if you know how to use them.
Turtle Rock and Ice Palace.
Useful knowledge. We have not seen that yet. I think Bakarbollar is going to make that Turtle Rock play. Will it pay off? ozipone finding just a red rupee. And another piece of heart.
Not too much in Swamp Palace yet.
Makinx, nothing of use there. Sorry, what was that?
No, I didn't say anything.
Finding the map of Pod. We're still searching for that last pendant, so maps are useful right now.
And Bakar Falls. It's better to just stand there and take a hit.
I don't think he wanted to take a hit there.
No, that was the last of his health. But if you swing at the enemies and they shock you, you will fall. If you just take a hit, you will still stay on the platform. So if you can take a hit, just take a hit.
And we can't do right side Turtle Rock because we don't have the fire rod or any fire source period yet.
Makinx getting his big key for Ganon's Tower.
I'm sure he's breathing a sigh of relief at that. Let's see, a small key to Turtle Rock. And a 10 arrow capacity upgrade. That chain chomp room cannot stand it. Take her down to 1 heart.
Yeah. Oh, he gets the invincibility frames from the pegs.
Getting the compass for desert.
And
meanwhile, the shovel for ozipone. Fetch quest item. We'll see if it pays off. They are leaving Turtle Rock. He is out of options for now in there. And ozipone on the fighter sword Argus.
Yeah,
This is not a fun fight.
It's either spin slashes or hammer. This is gonna take a while no matter how you do it.
Indeed. So one thing I think we'll be seeing pretty soon, or I'd like to see soon, is a play on pod. Because I think in terms of item density, it's next major location.
Yeah. And
I mean, I know people won't want to go in there without lamp or bow, but it could pay off.
it's 3 items you cannot get without the bow.
I didn't put my phone on mute. Whoops! Problem solved. Trying to do ice rod strats. I've never even been able to do that with fire rod. Everybody else can. I think it's a bit different with ice rod as it moves a bit slower, so timing is different.
Yeah.
Out of magic. I think he's got this. There we go. Good job.
Well done.
Little Argus hold. Red mail.
It's a very nice item to have. They haven't
really-
gotten too many hearts yet, so heart containers, so getting red mail is very nice.
I know the top tier players, they don't really care that much about it. Personally, for me, as one of the newer runners, I love it. Especially for certain bosses such as Mothula, Trinex. You want everything you can get. phasebro also finally picked up his flute. And where's everyone going to go?
For me, it's cold stare. I can't stand that fight, especially if I have green mail. Because cold stare does so many.
Yeah, if you get hit, then it's bad. If you go in there, you have bombos, you have fire rod, you have half magic. Even in green mail, then it's not too bad. But if you're forced to do the fight slow, it gets difficult over time to dodge everything.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these runners make this stuff look easy. And it looks like everybody is just retracing everyone's steps. So while this is going on, we'll take this time to remind everybody, if you like what you're seeing, be sure to give our runners a follow. Their links are in chat. 4 amazing runners. There are 208 players in this tournament. Check them all out best you can. 208 players, 104 matches for the next 5 weeks. There's a lot of rando going on. And once this notification moves, then I can type !C. Also, shout outs to our 2 trackers, the men behind the scenes, making sure you can keep up with everything. We've got Sin and Maximini, much appreciated. And also thank you to my co-commentator Shah. I could not do this alone.
And Final Flame as well. Thank you for being here with me.
My pleasure. 50 rupees at the hammer pegs. Not gonna grab that. I think Bakarbollar might be getting his Gandalf's Tower big key here in just a bit.
Ozipone, did he not go to Skullwoods yet, or?
I'm guessing not.
He does have both the big key and the small key, so he does not have to come back to the beginning section later.
Alright, so where are people going? phasebro. Looks like maybe he's debating on the next course of action. As I said earlier, I'd like to see a play on pod. I think that would pay off.
Yeah. They are running out of other options now. I mean, Yeah, where else could they go?
We can still check out the first chest of Agate Tower.
Yeah, that's true. That's one chest.
We cannot access Ice or Mire. Can't access more Thieves, or Skull, or Eastern. Yeah, I think we're pretty much down the pod.
Yeah.
Pod is also confirmed to be a crystal. Still searching for that third pendant. Have we seen Catfish yet?
I believe... Was it Makinx who went up there? I think one of the other runners went up earlier.
Nothing of use, unfortunately.
Who do you think will go into pod first?
That's a good question. Maybe Bakarbollar when he's done with Zora? Maybe ozipone once he grabs his Gannis Tower Big Key? That will be the last of our players to acquire that, so it's not trolling anyone hard today.
I'm thinking
And
also...
phasebro's heading there.
Now.
Yeah, phasebro just fluted over to 5.
Oh yeah, phasebro's gonna be the first one.
Whoa, well, he's still in Light World, so...
He does not have the hammer.
Oh! He needs to go to Spiral Cave. But he doesn't even have the hook shot. So he has not been to Hype Cave yet.
Oh yeah, and he needs to walk all the way from Village of Outcasts. Get there. Bakar is gonna do Swamp first. ozipone is gonna check out Catfish and...
That's another thing I don't think we've seen yet is, has anyone checked the dig spot after getting their shovel?
No.
I think ozipone's the only person that's had a chance, and I don't think he's head over there yet. So I might see that before pod.
I'm starting to think we will see Bow inside pod.
It is possible, or potentially Lamp. I know I've seen that way too often in there. Is ozipone making that play? Yes, he's going to go check out the shovel spot. And there's phasebro getting his hook shot. He will also acquire a few other items here. And a small key at the dig spot for desert. It's 2 more items unlocked.
And he's heading straight there. I think that's smart. I think this is a chain quest. Get the shovel, dig up a key, and then you get something good. Makinx also getting the key and heading straight to desert as well. He's right behind ozipone. A map for Desert Palace. And half magic. It's not a required item. Doesn't give them any progression, but it's nice to have. And I think ozipone is out of options. He has to go to pod. And that's where he's heading. Oh, ozipone is gonna check out Pyramid Ledge before going.
Nobody wants to go to the pod. Come on, guys, it's all right.
I think they really want the bow before heading in there.
Yeah, I really don't blame them on that either, because as you mentioned at the beginning of this, it does save a key. But I think in this case, you're required to use it.
Well, if you head in now, you're gonna burn that key, right? So
Yes.
it will require to find one more key and the bow to clear.
Alternatively, the bow could be in that first chest before you even use a key.
Oh yeah, that's true.
phasebro now has his hammer. Now he can proceed. And two runners heading in the pod simultaneously.
Osipone's gonna check what Sahashla. Oh, he no, he didn't do the green pendant yet, did he? He just never checked the back room.
Yeah, he has not been over here yet. You gotta wonder, will he check pod or Eastern first now? Because Eastern, he'll get his Master Sword. Makinx still doesn't have that either.
He decided to check pod first.
The Compass of Eastern. That's useless. There's Bombos. That is Misery Mire access. And actually, yes, we can complete Misery Mire now.
Yes, they can. So,
Pod was the play.
yeah, indeed. And it will be interesting to see if they have to come back or if they find the bow here now. I'm thinking they would have. They're gonna have to double dip this dungeon.
I agree. I mean, in order to not double dip, they'd have to find the bow and the lamp, but I think the game wants you to double dip.
But ozipone had one more key than Makinx. I think our tracker. No. Or?
Who knows? It's hard to keep track of some of this.
Yeah. No. He might have had 5 keys. I'm not 100% sure, but he opened the middle door and he only opened one door. That's the second one.
Makinx, I don't think you found anything of use in that dark room.
No.
So at this point, you hammer jump, so you don't waste another key. I believe, yes, that is what he's going to do. Can't check the big chest. We'll see if he tries.
Very.
He tried.
He did try, but that was a very nice bomb jump. Hammer jump.
There's the bow! Wow. And you're not supposed to have that yet because that is actually lamp locked. So where's the lamp?
So here's the question. He can get 2 more key chests now for free. But then you have the option of killing Helmosaur or getting the last chest for that last
Well,
key. Which
we
one do you
can't
pick?
kill Helma yet, but if I were them, I would hold on to that key. Just in case.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have the big key, of course.
So I'm starting to think Lamp is going to be in Meyer, and the game expected you to leave here to get the Lamp to come back to get Bow.
Yeah, that seems like...
ozipone attempting to open the big chest as well. Oh yeah, and we can actually now check the 2 chests on the right side of the pod. The lamp cannot be there, but there could still be something like the fire rod.
Yep. Bakar is also heading to pod.
Powder! Could lead to something.
And 3 bombs in the last chest.
So that's 10 of 14 locations for Makinx done. He left behind the big chest, Helmosaur, as well as 2 others. And he's now going into Eastern. He will be rewarded with a Master Sword, but not much else. Oh, we got the map to Meyer. I must have missed that.
We don't know if Meyer is a pendant or not yet, so... So it looks like ozipone used his last key, which means he could only have found 4, but I didn't see what item he got. He was swinging his sword. I don't know if it was in anger or because he was happy, but...
At this point, I really want to see somebody head in the mine. There's got to be something there.
Yeah, and I'm thinking Makinx must be heading there right after checking these last chests.
So let's think. We're still missing Lamp. We're missing Fire Rod. We might be needing Cape. As well as a slew of big keys that we're not even sure what yet. We need Pod Big Key for sure. Eastern Big Key.
Yeah.
That might be it. I think.
Yeah.
A Turtle Rock Small Key.
We'll see what's in Meyer. This might be a very quick seed if they find.
Don't say that. I commentated with Willard the other day, and he did something very similar, and boy, did he pay for it.
So you're saying nothing in Meyer confirmed? Well,
We'll see. And
something
Desert
has
is
to be
confirmed to be our last pendant, by the way.
Okay.
meaning Misery Mire, Skull. No, Misery Mire is crystal. Skullwood's a pendant.
Need big key for Turtle Rock, Pod, and East Town. And Thieves Town.
Don't need Thieves Town. Thieves Town is a pendant.
Oh, it was a pen. Okay, yeah. So
You're so used to wanting that big key though because of the 4 items back there.
yeah, there might be something in those chests. One of the other big keys could be there, but it's not a required key. Bakar is heading into Ice Palace.
That's true. Didn't think of that.
You can get everything except the big chests. Makinx just did the hammer pegs. He's probably gonna check out the bat. So is ozipone.
Somebody, please go to Mire. Make me happy. Thank you, phasebro. Just try to repeat the magic.
They seem very interested in doing all the overworld stuff before doing the dungeons. And ozipone also doing Ice Palace before Mire. Do we have two?
At least we have 2 people heading in the Mire.
Yeah.
Which play will pay off?
Bakar getting the bomb jump finally.
phasebro taking a death might have been intentional to try and get health back. Indeed, it was. I don't blame him. This is one of the later dungeons, so it is easy to take a couple extra hits, lose some health. So try and go in with as much as you can.
Ten arrows. That's what we're looking for.
And a mirror shield. That could be required by the logic to get across Turtle Rock Laser Bridge if it's required. Other than that, it's not all that useful. It's a fire rod!
Oh,
Now that is useful.
and required. Now is the lamp? Oh, and maybe the cape. last 2 items.
Indeed, items not including things like the keys and all that.
Of course.
We got a big key and ice palace for Swamp. The one remaining chest in Swamp.
You know, the one that doesn't have anything important, right?
Yeah, that one. We don't need to worry about that. I haven't seen anything come out of Misery Mire yet.
No, there's been some arrows.
Ooh, a death for
phasebro.
phasebro. He's still in green mail. He has missed both of the tunic upgrades. That's hurting. Is Makinx going to Vitreous in the dark room? I believe so.
Yeah.
There's one dark room I stay away from personally. It's one of the more difficult ones.
Yeah, those are very difficult. He does have a fairy. Did you get it? No.
Missed what phasebro just picked up in the Mire big chest. I'll have to double check. It was another small key to Ice Palace, essentially useless.
Yeah.
On to our lovely friend Cold Stare. Blue Mail's not too bad with Bombos. He is a bit low on health.
And he has the fire rod.
That's true. He doesn't have half magic yet.
Oh.
Ooh, oh, but he does have a blue potion. Alright. That helps. And Cold Stare goes down. I'm rewarded with a big key for Desert. That may or may not be needed.
That's 2 more items.
So which big keys are we missing? We're missing Pod, Ice, Thieves Town, and Eastern, I believe. So one of those 4 requires Cape to get to. We're just not sure which it is. So now with not finding anything so far in Mire or Ice, I guess either right side Turtle Rock or the back half of Skull Woods.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder where the lamp could be. Do you think it's in Skull Woods?
All I know is it is in a trolly location. I mean, I could see it being in either of those areas. I thought for sure it was going to be in Mire, but I got proven a liar. Nice fight from ozipone.
That was very quick.
The wonders of half magic, yes.
Yeah. Makes that fight so much easier. You can spam your fire rods.
So we got Makinx and Turtle Rock, but without the fire rod. Bakarbollar heading in the desert. He's going to be checking some new stuff for us. Another small key to Ganon's tower.
Do you think he'll also do a Lamolas? It takes a while for just 1 item, so...
I think at this point it's wise to do it because you don't have that much open. But we'll see. There's a reason he's the one playing and not me. And he's going there. So Makinx can either check the vanilla big key location here. Hell no, can he make it to Laser Bridge? I think so.
Yeah, those are the options. Either check the big key chests or continue in the dungeon.
Also seeing a Spike Cave check. We haven't seen that yet. Whew, cutting it close. For a piece of heart. And it looks like Makinx is going to progress through the dungeon. Don't blame him. He can also check Mimic Cave, the big chest. Still cannot check right side because he doesn't have the Fire Rod. Bakarbollar putting a Fire Rod to use on Limola. phasebro working his way through Swamp. We know there's nothing good here. And we'll see what Ozipone's going to do. Did we see the other Fat Fairy Crystal yet? I believe that was Turtle Rock?
Yeah, Turtle Rock and Ice Palace. So, ozipone is gonna finish Mothula, I guess.
Not a bad call. 2 chests back there. See, this is when it becomes difficult in Keysanity. Everything that's available is so spread out. And we're talking about your second trip into a dungeon, or possibly a third trip.
Yeah.
This is when fishing routing comes into play. Mushroom and Mimic Cave.
Lamp
at the Witch, perhaps?
Yeah, she could have the lamp. Or the cape.
We got the big key to Ice Palace and Turtle Rock big chest. Oh.
And ozipone just found another key for Palace of Darkness.
Okay, so Makinx is going to go over to Laser Bridge. 4 chests available, and that'll be it for Turtle Rock for this visit.
Well, there's always a chance he could find another small key. A very small chance.
You know what else we haven't seen yet? A third sword.
Oh yeah. It's true.
Important to note, as you can see, Laser Bridge is a sequence break. That room is one of the easier dark rooms, as long as you know how to do it normally. It's pretty simple. But it is still a sequence break.
Nice Mothula fight by ozipone.
The cape!
Oh! That's most likely a required item.
And the book on Laser Bridge.
That's 2 more items.
Now, you gotta wonder now. Could Ped hold something? We could find out now.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to think of whether or not it has something, because we are still missing the big key for Thieves Town, so right now we can't get whatever's on the pedestal.
But none of the pendant dungeons require the lantern.
True.
So lantern could be
lantern, or just one of the keys that's needed.
Yeah,
Like Eastern Palace Big Key, for instance.
that's true.
Yes, Makinx had 2 small keys, if I remember right. Because he skipped Vanilla Big Key chest and did not have a key to get to Trinex if he had the items. So we'll see what Big Key is up here on the ledge. Makinx heading in the Ice Palace, you will get your Fire Rod. What will it be? Pod! It was required.
Who do you think is in the lead right now, out of ozipone and Makinx? Because they are doing a race versus each other, and phasebro and Bakarbollar is doing a race against each other.
You know, ozipone does have 3 crystals, and has been the Ice Palace. I think he's probably in the lead. Just looking at everything overall. He still does not have... Oh no, he does have Master Sword, okay. So let's think about what we need. We need the lamp. We need a Turtle Rock small key. We need an Eastern Palace big key. That's it.
That's it, yeah.
3 items from Go Mode. ozipone can get those last 2 chests in pod. So Bakarbollar's heading back to the desert. I assume he picked up the small key. Yes, he did. So he'll go get his half magic from the right side. Meanwhile, phasebro picking up that crystal out of swamp. Small key to Misery Mire. Thanks, Pod. Thanks for nothing. So it's pretty much everybody's retracing each other's footsteps except for ozipone, who was doing or heading over to Helmasaur King.
I think what ozipone is hoping for now is a big key to Eastern.
That would be the best item to find here. Although, logically, you're still supposed to have the lamp at that point. Where on earth is this lamp? Watch. First chest, Castle Tower.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, nobody went there yet.
Nobody. That's an area, personally, I'm trying to route it in with my pyramid check now, just because it seems like that's the best time. But it could be a case of these runners are waiting to get the lamp so they can check the second chest. And I wouldn't blame them for this.
Yeah. If you get Master Sword or Cape and Mirror early, you can do Escape and that first chest at the same time.
Zora and Catfish are both checked. Zora had a small key. Catfish with 5 rupees. What has not been checked yet? Outside of that Castle Tower chest. We have the Swamp Big chest. I don't believe anybody's gone back in for that yet. Same with the Ice Palace Big chest.
We have the 2 tablets.
Ooh, yes, good point. Now that we have the book. So there are quite a few locations that are still open.
But wasn't the book locked behind a dark room?
Yes.
So
it can't have lamp, but it could still have a big key for Eastern, for instance.
Yeah. And also, Helmasaur King cannot lead to the lamp either.
Indeed.
So it must be one of the other locations. But what other locations are there?
I'm telling you, Castle Tower.
Yeah, that's...
Then again, I don't think I've been right yet on anything, so...
That's the only thing, I think.
No, actually, right side Turtle Rock. The part that's fire rod locked. There's 2 chests there that we have not seen yet.
That's true, that's true. Because Bombos was downstairs in pod, not lamp locked.
Now imagine trying to keep track of all this while running this race.
That's...
Alright, ozipone, where are you going to go? You might be thinking that right side Turtle Rock. Or generally, I don't know if he stepped foot in there yet.
I don't think so. The only other player who was in there was Bakar, and he only checked 2 chests.
I thought somebody went in earlier, but I don't think it was ozipone. Either way, we will be seeing new areas. Right, ozipone has not been in Turtle Rock yet. That is correct. That portal would have appeared by now. Alright, ozipone, do us a favor, just go straight to the right side. Meanwhile, what is everyone else doing? Bakarbollar is heading back to Death Mountain. He might be heading back to Turtle Rock. Yes.
Makinx is doing Mathula. And considering opening the big chest again. Only has 1 item. So let's see what 2 items are in here.
It's a good chance of there being something good here.
It kind of has.
There it is!
Oh, there it is.
We finally found a lamp. God,
Now
lamp
all
and
we
Turtle
need-
Rock, it's one of the worst.
Oh, yeah. We still need the big keys.
Yes, so important to note, we are back in sequence of everything. Bow, especially. You are now supposed to have the bow. Yeah, we still need the big key for Eastern Palace and another small key for Turtle Rock. We can now complete Misery Mire. I don't believe any runner is sequence broken for that yet. Phasebro, unfortunately, taking a death in Ice Palace. It's one of the worst dungeons to die in, I feel.
Yeah, it takes so long to get down to the bottom.
I mean, it's one of those... He does have red mail now. But especially if you're in green mail, or sometimes even blue, it's easy to take too much damage and not even realize it. You know, a lot of the runners make this stuff look easy, but it's not always as easy as it looks.
And also, if you happen to run out of magic, then suddenly you cannot get back into Ice Palace. So you need to at least have 1 Fire Rod shot or 1 Bombos charge.
Now the question is, where do we go next?
Well, there's that one chest in Aghanim's tower.
We got that. We got one chest in swamp.
Oh yeah, the big...
We're again running out of options. We've got the pedestal. And the 2 tablets.
Oh, and phasebro is out of bombs.
Oh.
Oh, that hurts.
Makinx taking care of Mouthfeel, getting his blue pendant and the required cape.
And did we see the mushroom?
Somebody in chat said they turned it in for a bottle.
Oh, okay.
I see Makinx has 3 bottles now, so that sounds pretty accurate.
Yep.
I knew we saw the big key to Ice Palace somewhere. I wasn't going crazy, so the runners could go back in for that. This is shaping up to be a trolley scene.
Yeah.
We're an hour 30 in. We're in item go mode, but not in key go mode.
We have 2 keys left.
Yep, someone said, apparently pedestal was checked and I missed it. Feels bad, man.
That's what happens when you have 4 runners to keep track of. It's easy to miss stuff like that. Oh, and phasebro is out of magic!
No!
Oh no!
Does he have anything in the bottle? No, it is empty. I foresee a trip to the witch. Alright, Makinx, I'm thinking is going to be heading over to Desert. He hasn't cleared that yet. Ozipone's doing the same thing.
Oh, Makinx is heading back into Myers.
This is what I get for assuming.
Oh, they never finished Myers because of the dark rooms. I think Makinx gave up after a while.
Yeah, I remember him taking the death.
It's very hard to land that block on top of the switch.
Yeah, he's also checking this side now. Maybe he didn't have a key for it earlier.
He did. Did he have? I don't think he had the fire rod when he went in here last time. So he didn't have a fire switch.
Good point. Good point. So, looking at the IRC, it does appear that phasebro has chosen to forfeit. He has not given a reason. I assume just overall frustration.
Yeah, Yeah, that Ice Palace was so brutal for him. I feel sorry for him. That's first running out of bombs and then not having enough magic. That's not fun.
It was unfortunate. You like to see everybody finish it out, even through the rough patches. But I definitely understand. So this does mean that Bakarbollar will win this match as long as he finishes.
Yeah, you do have to finish in order to get your win. But you can take as long as you want, so...
Makinx struggling with that dark room. This is one of the harder dark rooms, so I totally understand.
Yeah.
Small key to Turtle Rock. That was required.
Yeah.
So what this means for us is that we are just big key for Eastern Palace away from go mode.
And that can be almost anywhere. Or, yeah.
Pretty much. Imagine if it's in one of those one-off locations. The big chest of Swamp, the big chest of Ice Palace. That first chest of Castle Tower. For that matter, we can now access the second chest of Castle Tower.
Yeah.
Alternatively, it could be on Trinex. Yeah, no, I don't think there's many areas left.
Oh yeah, Bakar has the big key for Eastern. And he finished Trinex.
I just was not even looking. Oh, wow. Oh, so in that case, we're in Commentator's Go mode.
Yeah. But do you think, like, going back to Turtle Rock, there's only one more item you can get there now. When they have the key they need, but
yeah, it's probably a place that'll be avoided because even though it's required, ideally you want that to be the last place to go before GT.
Yeah, because it makes it so much quicker to get to Ganon's Tower.
So Makinx picking up his third crystal, while ozipone is heading for his fourth. I can see Makinx going back to Turtle Rock here shortly because he can do the right side now and get the lamp.
Yeah, that's true. He has 2 more items. Or 2 extra items besides Trinex. So, but he has not finished Pod either. And that's where he's heading now. He just needs to remember to go to the Dark World first.
So Makinx looks like heading over to finish off Pod. I guess he figures, I don't need no stinking lamp. Ozipone in the desert. I guess figures, well, there could be an item here. I mean, you gotta get in his tower small key. Doesn't help. Where is the bow? The bow was in the dark maze in pod.
So logic expected you to go to Turtle Rock, or actually go to Ice Palace first to get Fire Rod, then go to Turtle Rock to get the lamp, and then go to Pod.
Wait, Bakarbollar went up to the pedestal but didn't even use the book. He just stood there looking at it. Wow. So we got a couple of slow cutscenes we're sitting through. Ozipone will be rewarded with nada. Makinx will be rewarded with a crystal.
And then he's gonna head up to Turtle Rock, I think.
Well, according to the tracker, he hasn't completed Swamp Palace yet.
Yeah, that.
Wait,
that
the big
makes
key to
sense.
Eastern was in desert? How did I miss that?
Oh. I also missed that. I just assumed since.
Dude, we need new commentators. These two obviously can't do the job. Oh god, I totally thought that came out of Turtle Rock.
Yeah, me too.
So
that means Ozipone is in go mode.
Yes, Ozipone's in full-on go mode. Bakarbollar still needs a bow out of pod. Makinx now needs to go back to the desert, kill Landmo, get the Eastern Palace big key. Also needs a Turtle Rock small key. This works out for Ozipone, because now Turtle Rock will be the last dungeon he has to do. And it should be a quick go-through.
Yeah, he can go mode it, and he has opened everything he needs to.
Bakarbollar in the pod will be finding his bow.
Ozipone is opening the big chest just in case. I think maybe he would like a sword upgrade.
That is true. You can do Master Sword Ganon, but it's much better if you find Tempered Sword. So I'm starting to think both of these sword upgrades are in GT. Or maybe in Castle Tower!
That first chest.
I'm not going to let go on Castle Tower. Nice Armos Knights fight. Rewarded with a piece of heart. And his 6th crystal. Makinx heading back into Turtle Rock should be finding his lamp here shortly.
And he has enough keys to finish Turtle Rock as well.
What's he doing? Makinx, what on earth are you doing? There we go. Seriously, what is he doing? I assume phasebro dropped out just due to frustration. He was having some issues in Ice Palace. I don't know what Makinx is doing.
This is yeah.
Suicide is not the answer.
I don't know. Was he low when he entered?
No, that's the thing.
So it was not to refill health. Maybe it's just frustration. Maybe he's.
Oh, go right side. Go right side.
Right.
Right.
He doesn't remember. He doesn't remember that he has not done right side. That's why he's frustrated.
Oh.
Oh no. I think he totally forgot about right side.
Wow.
Because in most cases,
this race sure is something.
Yeah. Maybe he will remember after he finishes Trinex. And then it's
oh no, and he just used his key to go to this chest.
Oh,
he
no.
will need to find it. Oh, it's
the key!
Oh, saved by the RNG.
Oh, wow.
Wow. What luck.
Crazy.
The key had to be out and accessible. It couldn't be in GT. But I wasn't expecting there. I believe the pod big chest was just could be mistaken.
Yeah,
I've been wrong half the time on this commentary, so who knows? Bakarbollar knocking out Eastern Palace. After this, just needs to go and finish off Meyer.
Yep.
And then he too will be heading to Ganon's Tower. I guess at this point, Makinx has gone, well, I guess I'm going lampless this entire run. It is doable at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe he knows where Lamp is, and he just doesn't want to get it at this point.
Maybe.
Trinex, he's pro at dodging, unfortunately. Oh, don't lay down the ice.
Master Sword Trinex is brutal without half magic. Because you can be spending a lot of magic trying to hit the heads. But,
yeah, you gotta wonder, will any of the runners want to search for a sword in GT? I assume for the Ascent they'll at least look for one.
Yeah. But they have silver arrows. If they didn't have silver arrows, I think they might maybe they would go into Ganon's Tower, because you can get a lot of items really quick there.
Yes.
But, with silvers, I don't think so.
Alright, now, you guys know what time it is. It's time for that Ganon's Tower Big Key guessing game. If you vote from 1 to 22, you are wrong. Sorry.
It was above the graveyard.
All four of our runners acquiring that within the first hour.
Makinx
Down
using
goes
the hammer.
Trinex.
Yeah.
Bakarbollar heading in the Misery Mire to get his 7th crystal.
And does Makinx go back? Or does he go to that one chest in Aghanim's tower? Just to let us know what it
I'm
is.
saying, yeah, at this point, I think he's just gonna go for it.
Well, he needs the big key for
Hitting the Ether tablet, maybe?
yeah, big key for Eastern. That's what he's missing.
Hmm. We know he needs to go back to the desert for that.
Yeah. So he no longer needs the lantern, really.
Just 3 bombs at the Ether tablet.
Did we see Spike Cave yet?
Yes, we did. I believe it was just a piece of heart. ozipone making his way through the gauntlet, making use of the fire rod. Don't blame him for that. Especially with half magic and just Master Sword.
Doing a good job.
Makinx, where are you going? Are you going to the big chest and swamp? No. Fat Fairy.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't seen that yet.
No, Turtle Rock was one of the later dungeons completed by the runners. Bakar is the only one who could have done it.
Bakarbollar is now going to head to GT as well. We know he's already won that race. Now the question is, who will win between the friendly matchup, Bakarbollar or ozipone? Ozzy could take a couple falls again.
Yeah.
And just as a reminder, this is 2 separate races. It is not a 4-way race. It is ozipone versus Makinx on the top, and phasebro versus Bakarbollar at the bottom. 2 separate matches, however, 1 seed, just to make commentary easier.
Bakar is chatting with the locals.
Oh, love it. Again, these runners do have access to the IRC. He knows his opponent is forfeited. He's just gotta have a little bit of fun at this point.
And Ozzy is gonna check the chest just in case there's a sword there.
This could be a sub-2 seed for him. I don't think I've seen a sub-2 yet this tournament out of the ones I've watched.
I commented the one yesterday that ended in 157. That was a very quick seed.
Just as a reminder, if you're really liking what you're seeing, this tournament just started. This is week 1, day 3. 104 matches per week, 208 players. You have plenty of viewing options throughout the next week on Speed Gaming. And Moldor making sure you get to watch a little bit more of this race.
Oh, and did you catch what was in that one chest? The Makinx?
I didn't. I just looked up and saw where he went. Oh. Thank you for at least going there, Makinx. You are my hero.
Yeah, we are the worst commentators. At least we have good trackers.
Was that the Kenneth's Tower Compass? It was. Oh, man. So, no sword. We're going to Master Sword. I also want to remind everybody, if you like what you're seeing, also be sure to follow these runners, all four of them, ozipone, Makinx, phasebro, and Bakarbollar. We appreciate them being willing to stream this game in front of a large audience that a lot of people aren't really used to. So, much appreciated to them. Also, again, shout-outs to the trekkers behind the scenes. We have Maximini and Sin. Much appreciated for doing the best they could to keep up with all of the craziness going on with everybody in different areas. They've done a pretty good job. And once again, thank you to my co-commentator, Shad. It has been a joy.
Yeah, and thank you to you, Final Flame, for being here with me.
It has been enjoyable, albeit a bit crazy at times.
Yeah.
All right, Makinx making the play, going to get his Eastern Palace Big Key. Unfortunately, he's got a lot of ground to make up in a very short amount of time because we're going in again, ladies and gentlemen. This is not going to be an easy fight either with Master Sword.
No. And this seed ended up being quite quick. It slowed down in the middle, but this is still a really good time.
Oh, what a good spot for Ganon to end up in. That top right. He's one. We're going for 12 spin slashes with the Master Sword. Him being in that top right corner really helped out.
Yeah.
On the phase 2, which is probably the most difficult, in my opinion, out of these. Just because of the fire bats. But putting that cape to use, good call. Makinx getting his Eastern Palace Big Key. He is now in go mode. Providing he can do the dark. I assume he can. I wonder, does ozipone have a potion?
Yeah, that's the thing, because...
I hope so, because you're low on magic now. You're out of magic now.
Oh.
That could be a thing. Okay, he has a green one. Potion. We're good. One last hit, and then the phase 4. 4 silver arrows. Yes, we did find them on Death Mountain. Getting a torch glitch.
And I think that could have been a double.
Possibly. I'm not really sure how the spacing for that works yet. And there's the final hit for ozipone.
There we go.
GG! First out of our 4 runners to complete it. We'll get the time for you in just a moment. Finishing with an SRL time of 1 hour, 58 minutes and 53 seconds. Improving their personal best by 11 minutes and 40 seconds. Congratulations.
GG, ozipone. Bakar is approaching the end of Ganon's Tower. He has already won his race as long as he finishes. So.
And again, nobody ever found Tempered Sword. I can only imagine they were in Ganon's Tower somewhere.
Yeah, they must have been. Or
right, ozipone. ozipone does not have a mic, but he will be joining the Twitch chat as well as here, so we can still ask him some questions. Keep your eye on the chat. Makinx getting his 7th crystal. He'll be heading to Ganon's Tower. Now I've pulled ozipone in the chat, so providing you are in the Twitch chat, congratulations. Love to hear your thoughts on that seed. So Makinx heading up to Ganon's Tower, Bakarbollar getting ready to head into Aga 2. We are almost done.
Yeah. Did you feel you were ahead, or were you afraid that maybe Makinx was getting ahead of you?
Ooh, was that a triple from Bakarbollar? That was an interesting setup, but it was either a double or a triple.
It looked like the last two were doubles.
I feel like he should have at least used the swag net for this.
It's hard to get doubles and triples with the swag net, but it's
But
so
swag,
much
swag makes up for it. Yeah, Turtle Rock seemed to be a bit trolly this seed. I mean, I don't blame anybody for going in when they did. I just... yeah, here's a question. What did you think about the lamp?
Being locked behind Ice Rod, which was in Ice Palace. I mean Fire Rod in Ice Palace.
Just anytime you see lamp in Turtle Rock, it always seems to be like, really, seed? Come on.
Bakar is very low on health.
And magically he has a blue potion, so problem solved. And the couch cash sleeps again forever. Had potential.
Yeah.
Could have been an important key.
Yeah, the lamp wasn't really required.
I wish somebody had gone through Ganon's Tower to try and find a different sword. So yeah, ozipone, any other thoughts on that seed? I personally don't really have much in the way of questions to ask.
Yeah, the big chest. I don't think there were any big chests that had anything good this time.
No, but there were on our minds most of the time, as well as like Castle Tower that everyone seemed to want to avoid.
Yeah.
Especially when we were searching for that last big key. Like, it can be anywhere. Yeah, I'd say the runners did get fortunate with that. Bakarbollar, by the way, down again to 2 hearts. They don't know that he has another potion. But he is in a phase 3.
As long as he's careful.
Yes. Right, into phase 4. Can he survive? No torch glitch. But that is not the end of the world.
You should have enough magic for this.
I think he's waiting to sync the torches back up.
Yeah.
And again, he knows he's won. He has all the time in the world. Yeah, phasebro struggled a bit with Ice Palace. And I think it just became a little bit too much.
It was very brutal for him.
Yeah.
It was unfortunate and ran out of bombs, and then he ran out of magic.
Yeah. Yes, I believe he mentioned actually this was his first SRL race. So very new. Oh, cool. Cutting it close to the fire bats there.
And that's it. As long as Bakar doesn't fall. Well, he can fall and just redo it. He will still win, but...
GG. Bakarbollar finishing with an unknown SRL time because you need the dot done, dude. There we go. Official SRL time of 2 hours, 7 minutes, 32 seconds. Took him a bit, but it's all good.
Extra half minute doesn't really matter. GG, Bakar.
Meanwhile, Makinx heading ins again, and he did a good hammer jump and open the door. Not the first person I've seen do that. Come on, Ganon, go to the top right, help him out. As Makinx works on this one more time, if you enjoyed what you saw, be sure to give these runners follows. Their links are in the chat. And keep your eye on the Speed Gaming schedule for all 104 weekly matches, as well as everything else they got going on. They've got, I know, just started a Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer tournament. They got a couple Legend of Zelda tournaments, SMB Warpless, and just so many other tournaments. Be sure to keep your eyes on them. And once again, thank you to our trackers, Maximini and Sin, for doing... With as crazy as this seed was, they did a good job. I mean, everybody was everywhere. This was hard to keep track of. And also, thank you once again to my co-commentator, Sha.
And to Final Flame.
Yes, Makinx actually did skip lamp. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pull in Bakarbollar. Hey Baker, GG.
Yeah, hello, GG.
So, what are your thoughts on that seed?
That seed made me quite dizzy. I felt there was a lot going on. And I felt my execution was not that good. But I'm happy with the win though. Yeah.
I assume you saw early when your opponent forfeit and made just some detours, such as to the tavern and
Yeah.
levels.
Yeah, I took the liberty to pass by some places before I went up to GT. So
Why not?
yeah. But what happened with my opponent?
He struggled a bit with Ice Palace. He ended up dying in the middle, and then came back in, ran out of bombs. Came back in, ran out of magic. And I think at that point he just decided, all right, that's enough.
How were you feeling up until that point? Did you think you were doing good in the race, or?
I felt somewhat behind until I found the lamp. Because I'm not that good doing these dark rooms. But when I found the lamp on Turtle Rock, then I felt now I can go and check some stuff. But I believe I went straight to Skull Woods after Turtle Rock, just out of what do you call it, a hunch, like I knew it was a pendant, but and I still had to I still needed my 2 keys for a pod because I spent them not so wisely. Yeah. After that, everything opened up, I believe, for me.
Yeah, the seed was starting out really quick, and then the lamp was kind of trolly. But other than that, yeah, when you found the lamp, it worked out again.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the seed kind of had people leave behind a lot of the big chests, and just that's the kind of thing that weighs in the back of your mind, like, oh gosh, I hope there's nothing back there. I don't want to go back.
Yeah. I was thinking about going to Ice Palace and just to check that big chest, but I already went to Swamp Palace just to check the big chest. And wasn't there another dungeon I went back to? Yeah, I can't remember, but I backtracked some just to take a chance at the big chest in Swamp Palace at least, which did not pay off. But yeah.
Well, you still did good, and you won your race. It wasn't a bad time either. 2 hours and 7 minutes. That's pretty good.
Yeah, thank you. So.
All right, and I'm going to pull Makinx into the chat with us. Once I fix my Discord window so I can see. There we go. Hey, Makinx, GG.
Hey, thanks.
So, give us your initial thoughts on that seed.
Well, I thought it was going pretty well. I guess my routing mostly didn't work out in the end. I got trolled by the Eastern Big Key, so I was looking all over the place because basically everything became available. And of course, I never found that lamp, so I did everything in the dark.
So, do you know where lamp was?
Well, I assume it's like in the in Turtle Rock.
Uh-huh.
In those chests locked by the fire rod, which I never opened. Yeah.
We were wondering, because we saw you go into Turtle Rock and just commit suicide. We were wondering, what on earth? Does he know and he just doesn't want to go over there?
No, I did that to get a save point. So when I opened that vanilla big key chest and it turns out to be nothing, then I could just return to that save by pressing reset, and then I would still have my key.
Oh, yeah, because you spent that key.
Good call.
Yeah,
and you got the key back. That was.
That
I got
was
the key
funny.
so that's why I never pressed reset, because I got the key back, so it was all for nothing, really.
Okay.
I
But
never would have thought of that. That's good to know.
yeah, that's a nice trick, but it took a little long because I had so many hearts by that time. Yeah, and I completely forgot about those 2 chests locked by the fire rod on the east side of Turtle Rock. So I would have been screwed if the Eastern Big Key was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that lamp location trolled a lot of people, as did
Yeah.
the Eastern Palace Big Key. That was, I think, go mode for 2 of the 3 runners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone put off Landmolas. And I
Yeah.
think it took a while to find the big key as well for Desert.
I forgot what it was. Was that in Ice Palace? I don't remember.
Good question.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
remember where it was, but it took a while to find that. So.
yeah,
Yes.
you know, I had so many crystal dungeons that I could finish by that time, so that I'm not gonna do a pendant Landmolas.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
I don't blame you.
So it took me a while to get back there. Yeah, and then yeah, it didn't work out. But I wasn't really looking for the lamp anymore after I got the fire rod, because yeah, I'm fine with the dark rooms.
I will
Most of the
say,
time.
I will say thank you for checking Castle Tower eventually for that big key. I had been yelling since the beginning, people need to check this. This is probably where the lamp is, and nobody ever went till you did.
You were the only one who checked those chests.
Yeah, I was in the neighborhood after I did Fat Ferry, so
Yeah.
you know, it's efficient routing to just do it right then.
And
But-
nobody found any better sword than Master Sword either. I'm guessing
really? Yeah.
those
Yeah,
must have been in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, Ganon's
We can
Tower,
only assume.
or in the back of Thieves Town, something like that.
Yeah.
True, yeah, 'cause nobody... I
I
don't think,
take
did
it.
anybody find the big key of the thieves? I feel like it's marked on someone.
Well, I got it
Yes.
because it was at Fat Ferry, so I
Ah,
really didn't want to
point.
find that. I'm glad I never went there. I already
Oh.
it took too long to find all the keys, so it didn't work out this time. But you know, that's Keysanity.
Yeah.
It is Keysanity.
Yeah.
Well, you did a good job. Unfortunately, it's you didn't end up winning, but I still think you played really well.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I didn't end up winning, but it's okay. That can happen.
There's still 4 more weeks to go.
4 more weeks ago, yes, I got to try to win them all then.
Yeah.
Well, I had fun anyway, so that's what counts most.
That's the important part.
Yeah.
All right, so any other final thoughts from anybody on this?
No, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna relax for now. Get the seat off my mind.
Good idea.
So, well, thank you guys for commentating. Was a
Thank
long
you for
haul this
running.
time.
Thank you.
No problem.
Pleasure.
All right.
Yeah, thank you for commentating.
Yep, thank you for running. The seed itself wasn't too bad. Yeah, it wasn't like
It was
a 3-hour seed.
Yeah, it was okay.
All right, I guess we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up then. Yes, congratulations, ozipone and Bakarbollar moving on to 1-0. Still plenty of tournament left to see. But that's going to be it for this match. Coming up later on today, there's even more Keysanity. Actually, right now in Speed Gaming 1 and 2, there's more Keysanity. Following this at 5 o'clock, there's more Keysanity. I myself will be racing in the tournament Keysanity at 7 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, good
so
luck in that race.
Thanks, I'm going to need it. So yeah, if you like Randomizer and Keysanity, keep it locked to Speed Gaming. Check out their schedule. There's so much going on. I'd love to pull up the schedule link if I could pull up the correct Chrome window. There we go. So yeah, be sure to check that schedule. But for everybody, ozipone, Makinx, Bakarbollar, phasebro, thank you for running. Trackers, Maximini, Sin, thank you. Co-commentator Shah. I am
Thank
Final
you,
Flame.
Thank you, Final Flame. It's been a pleasure commentating with you.
It has. Thank you very much. I enjoyed getting to know you. We will see you guys next time.
Goodbye.